We are going to talk about a quote that I heard a while back that I absolutely love. One day, day one, you decide. So I want to use that in terms of how the Fill the Gap collection came about, because I think it's such a good example of a story that resonates with this idea that we all have one day or we have day one, and we all get to decide where that's going to take us. So with the collection, the first piece of it that started was, as some of you know and have heard about, when I hit a pine tree and took a pine tree out with my car, and how that stopped my life. It was at that time that I realized that when I had a brain injury, that my business, without me in it, had zero value. So that was starting to go through my head, figuring out how I was going to heal, whether or not I could run the business. And I started to think about how I could shift the business. And for years, people have been telling us, you do so much bespoke furniture for so many of your clients, you need to start bringing these products to market so other people can also enjoy these designs. We were so busy, I'm like, I don't have time to do that. So then came April, a couple months after the car accident, and we had 3 multi-families that came to a pause. We had a legacy build that was a 28,000 square foot build that came to a dead stop. And I said to Jordan, Jordan, now, let's go now. Let's make this day one. And in that month, we started designing the collection. And we started with 2 products. We went hard at it, and we were so happy to finally have the opportunity, after almost 15, 16 years of not being able to breathe for how busy we'd been with our design projects, to start this collection. So then here we are, we're doing our thing, it's all going along great, and then we started to get product coming in from the manufacturers, and I came in one day and I realized we had a problem. And I said, this product is absolutely filling the gap that we were trying to fill. As we do with the Fill the Gap collection, just a quick what it's about. We only design product that we can't find on the market when we're working on our projects. So we had a lot of issues with acoustics, especially in our residentials that had lots of glass and stone, and also commercial spaces and hospitality spaces where acoustics were not great. So the first thing we had designed was this beautiful acoustic product, but as it came from the manufacturers, I said, no, it's not good enough, it's not on brand. I said, we can't put this into market. And it was a bit of a setback because we've been working quite a long time on it. It was our first product that we had designed. So we paused. And again, I was like, one day, do I give up on it? Do I leave this product? And instead we said, no, it's day one. And we pivoted and we said, no, we still need this product. We need to shift it so it's on brand. We went back to our design and our brains and figuring it out. And we came up with a product that is so awesome. And it actually is a product that we are so excited about. It's probably the one I'm most excited about, and it would never have come to pass if we had not taken a pause and said, this isn't good enough. We need to figure out how to design this in order to make it awesome for the people that we're bringing it to. So that was another point where we got to decide that we would keep moving forward rather than just abandoning the original idea. We evolved it, and it's pretty awesome. One of the things I just want to highlight is that you need to trust your instincts. And over again, as I've been in business, the times I choose not to trust my instincts, I almost always regret it. So I encourage you that when you hit those moments, those pauses, there's probably a reason for it. So take the moment, really sit with it, and then trust your instinct, because you're probably right. The other thing is when you hit a roadblock, 9 times out of 10, it means that your solution is going to be better than the original. You got to trust the process. So don't stop at your one day. Go to your day one, make the decision, and allow the solution to be even better than where you were at. The next thing we ran into is we were working on a project at film studio, and we realized there was an issue that we had to solve that we couldn't find the product for. So we had it made, we manufactured it and made it for this project. And we were kind of at capacity in terms of the products that we were designing and developing for the Fill the Gap collection, based on our time, based on resources. And then we're like, the market really needs this. So again, we're like, do we do it? Do we not? Is this our one day that we pull back and decide not to go for it? Or do we do day one and say, let's add this product, we'll stretch ourselves, let's make this happen because the market needs this? And of course, you can probably guess, we decided to go ahead and add the product. And it's evolved many times since then, but we're super pumped about it. And again, it's something that we're happy that we did. The other thing I would say too, as you're going through life and you have things come up, don't box yourself in. Don't assume that just because this is where things are going right now, that that's where you're gonna land. Life is full of so many opportunities, and we just need to be willing to take them and to stretch ourselves as we move forward into those. Okay, so here's a really good one. So we were working so hard, we've been over 2 years with these products, and we were gonna do a soft launch. Big party, it was a big event. Of course, because my background in theater and film, I wasn't just gonna do it, you know, at a restaurant with some hors d'oeuvres. That would have been way too simple. So no, we decided to do a big production, build sets, do this crazy fill the gap point of view. So setting this up, you'll see from some visuals to get us on that point where you have the fill the gap position that you can see the whole thing come to play was quite the challenge. Anyways, here's where comes the real one day. Are we done? Is this finished? So I just come off a 3-week traveling journey, and I got back and we got notice that our product was delayed, that we were not going to likely get it in time. It was going to be incredibly tight. And then I woke up to the port is striking. I'm like, we are definitely not getting our product in time for the launch. Third, I woke up and was so sick. I had no voice. I couldn't talk for 5 days at all. Zero voice. Probably rarely have missed a day of work. Could not get to work. And then we lost a key employee in that time period as well. And I'm like, we're done. We're done. There's no way we're making this launch. We had invested months of work into it, a lot of money into it. People were invited. There was people coming from out of town, and we were less than 2 weeks away. My ego was crushed that I was going to have to cancel this event. I was embarrassed. I was stressed. I knew financially that we'd put a lot into it. So we sat down with me with no voice, talking to my team, and I'm literally writing notes. And I said, it's our one day. I'm finished. This is embarrassing. And my team wasn't going to even allow me to do that. So even in that moment, I was sick, and there was so much going on. I didn't want to. I just was like, forget it. I'm done. We need to take a break. And then, of course, that didn't happen. And we went to day one. You decide. We immediately pivoted. I called the couple people that I knew 100% I wanted at the launch, that I needed them there, and I'm like, I need to reschedule. I said, tell me when you're in town. When can we make this happen? And changed the date, pushed it back to 2 months later, maybe even 3 months later with all the other stuff that was going on. And it was so fantastic because it opened up so many other doors of things that came to play. It was so much fun, and it was such a great experience, and I am so glad that we had all those obstacles and weren't able to do it the first time around, because it would not have been the same. So again, perfect example. Don't stop. Just because a door closes, it probably means there's a better one about to open, which is exactly what happened. And go for it. You can do it. So after the launch, it should have been like, great, let's sell something. We're ready to roll. But no. All of a sudden, for whatever reason, we had degradation in the manufacturing, in our paint finishes. We had repeat issues with the fuse. So we had a choice at that point is, do I keep reinvesting because we still aren't ready to do any sales? Or do I cut my losses and go back to what I know, which is the design world, which of course we're still doing as well. And we paused, we thought, what do? We decided to go through the roadblock, to keep working it, and we're so glad we did, because even though it added a number of months to the whole timeline, having different manufacturers has actually provided us some really great advantages, and we're super excited that we got to make it yet better again and standing the test to be at a KLC creative standard. So for the last 2.5 years, the story has been development. And it may have seemed from the outside that KLC Creative's designs was quieter, which it was, but we were reshifting our resources into building the collection, and we kept barreling through those walls, the roadblocks, and just kept going forward so that we could get to the place we are today, which we're very proud of as a team, and we're super excited to roll out this Fill the Gap collection. But more importantly, what I want to say today to those of you that are watching is I really encourage you that when you get to that point where you're like one day or day one, and you get to decide that, and I'm really encouraging all of you that have watched to the end of this YouTube video that you make the move. It's so worth it. Forget fear. One day is never going to come unless you choose day one. So one day, day one, you get to decide.